If the matches between these two teams in the last few years have been any indication, we're in for an absolute ripper. And we are underway. And a low squib kick is going to be difficult to handle, but done well by the returner. He's going to have to try to cut to the outside, still stays on his feet. Got a little bit of room to move, but eventually brought down around the 20-yard line. And now the Eagles will be the first team to take the field on offense. Going to line up a receiver each side. And the first play of the Eagles here. Going to hand it off up the middle. And they're going to maybe grab one or two on that play. That's now second down and 8. Going to toss that off. And the ball's going to come loose. It's stripped. Can the Eagles jump on it? They eventually will. Third down and 4. Just in time there, everyone wanting water. Going to hand this one up again. And this time, Adelaide Uni shuts that one down with conviction. There's going to be an offside called on the defence here, so the Eagles get a 5-yard boost forward. It wasn't enough for the first down, however. It's going to be third and short. White drops back, drops it over the middle, and it's going to be through the hands. And that definitely would have been enough for the first down. Instead, it's going to leave it fourth and short. And a bit of a troubling punt for Barrington to handle. Managed to stop it fairly well, didn't get past him at least. But he's going to get closed down pretty quickly, not going to get much of a gain there. Going to be stopped just before the 35. One of the notable changes for this game, at least. Last year, the quarterback Josh Weldon not in under centre today. Nick Baczynski-Lawrence is going to be taking the duty. Split back here. 2 receivers out to the right. Lawrence drops back straight away under pressure. Ball comes loose. He's not going to be able to get it, and the Eagles recover it. And what a start for the Eagles defence. First down and 10 on the 15. White drops back. Going to have to try to get away from pressure and eventually throws it away. Looks like he just got forward. Great pressure there. 2 backs in the backfield this time for the Eagles. Adelaide Uni showing blitz, and they bring it straight up the middle. And he'll get stopped for a 1-yard loss. Third and 11. White drops back. Under pressure, going to have to scramble here, and this is where he can be dangerous. Tucks the shoulder and barges over one. Tremendous physicality there. White, quick drop back, throws it over the middle, touchdown. And the Eagles had the first touchdown of their 2015 campaign. Snap is good, the kick is directly through the line. That's going to be... And that one is incomplete. And a 6-0 here early in the first quarter. The Eagles on top first. The best start the Eagles could have hoped for. 6-0 here. Now Adelaide Uni gets another chance. Barrington runs this one up the middle, gets some good blocking. And he's done well to stay on his feet so far. Eventually knocked down from behind by John Servais. 2 backs in the backfield. 2 receivers out to the right. Toss play. Going to get it to Julian Reck. Gets to the outside, flags down. He turns upfield and still going. Got some good blocking there. First down and 10. Barrington in motion. Arms inside and Julian Reck gets another toss play, this time to the right. And brought down. So 2 yards on that play. Split backs in the backfield. Second down and 8. Going to sit back, quick drop. Looks for a deep fade here. Ward's out behind. Did he keep his feet in bounds? looks like it's being ruled incomplete. And they're going to overrule it. It's a complete pass down the sideline. And just like that, Adelaide Uni approaching the red zone. Barrington in motion once more. Hands it off, Julian Wrench. He gets brought down. Once again to Money Survey. Now moving Simmons in motion. Looks for the fake handoff straight up the middle. Eagles able to close that one down relatively quickly. And the Eagles here need to look to stop this momentum because they're moving forward. And this one hand up to Julian Wrench, breaks a tackle, straight up the middle, touchdown. And Adelaide Uni levels the scores. And it's that rushing attack doing the damage early. And Julian Wrench there with the first touchdown of Adelaide Uni season. 6 apiece, waiting the extra point. Hugo Pedler with kicking duties. And it looks like that one is also incomplete. So we're going to be locked at 6 here in the first quarter. Entertaining start to this one. Adelaide Uni gets that one back. 6 apiece, we're back underway again. And that is a long kick. Back out the end of the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Eagles fresh off of scoring a touchdown. Are back on offense, first down and 10. Hands up the middle, he's got some good blocking to work with. Tucks his shoulder. Ends up getting roughly around 5 yards or so. So second down and 5 now for the Eagles. 2 backs in the backfield. And they're going to hand this one up the middle on a draw. And not going to get a whole lot of room to move there. However, he moved his legs well. Kept fighting after contact. So the entire playbook open here. Going to put this one straight up the middle. Get the result they're looking for. That'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs coming up here for the Eagles. First down and 10. White drops back. There's a little bit of time on a short drop. Passes across the middle and it's complete. Good coverage there from Bedler. Shut him down immediately. 2 receivers out either side. And it's right in the middle of the ball. It gets hit hard and turns out of it. Alex Clare getting very good penetration early here. Takes a step and sits back. Now he's under pressure. Checks it down to Voller. Now he's got good blocking on the outside. Turns inside one. And it looks like he almost has enough for the first down there. On the 28-yard line. They continue to move forward. White sits back. Throws on the run. It's going to be short. Second down and 10. White looks to hand off. He's going to scramble to the outside here. Still looking downfield. Throws. And it's going to be incomplete. There's a flag being thrown there. Two receivers either side. Could be looking deep on this one. White's going to hand it off instead to Voller up the middle and gets well tackled. Alex Clare again, making his mark defensively to start off this one. Third down and 8. A good position here for Adelaide Uni to be in. See what UniSA can do. White drops back, feels the pressure, sends up the middle, it's dropped and intercepted. And it's going to be brought down. And the pass seemed to be on target, just went through the hands. Now they go again. Brzezinski Lawrence sits back in the pocket. Good short pass to Barrington. And he's brought down, but a good gain on first down for them. Barrington, Sutcliffe off to the left, Ward off to the right. Hands it off to Wretch. And good defense from the Eagles. And that's going to look like a 1 or 2 yard loss. And it looks like that's going to be quarter time. And we're underway here for the second quarter. Third down and 5. Toss play to the outside. Andrew Riley's going to take it. And he's got a massive hit. Still stays on his feet and was working hard for it. Snapper's a little high, manages to negotiate it and sends this one tumbling down. Tamani Sevo's going to take it on the second line. Shows a good cut first up. Beats one, runs over another. And that's going to be a good result for the Eagles. It could have been pinned back right there. Two receivers either side for the Eagles here. First down and 10. White, six back, has a little bit of time on the quick drop. Sends this one towards the Terry Arts direction. Well covered there by Hugo Pedler. The pass will be underthrown. Second down and 10. So following the incomplete pass, second down and 10. And White's going to look to roll out now. Has a lot of time to look for it. Sends it in the direction of his receiver. Stays on his feet for one. And down the field he goes. That's a big play for the Eagles. So fresh set of downs here. They're going to run the speed option. And this time Nolte gets maybe a few yards to the outside, but probably not more than that. Two backs in the backfield. Second and short. Straight up the middle. He's going to barge his way. It looks like he might have gotten over. They continue to move forward here. Dropping back. Gets a bit of time. The pocket collapses on him eventually and he's forced to overthrow. And just get it out of there. Lives to fight another day. Second down and 10. It's now following the incomplete pass. Second down and 10. And Nolte in the backfield for the Eagles. White drops back. Gets time. Across the middle. And another slant route. Another touchdown. UniSA now jumping to a 12-6 lead, awaiting the extra point. And that's exactly what we're... And Barrett Furman going to get a second chance at an extra point. Snap is high. He's got to get enough time to get it off. And it looks like that one's going to be incomplete as well. 12-6 here. Eagles restore their lead in the second quarter. And we're back underway again. Barrington back to take the kick. Going to be able to run downhill here. And gets brought down. Moving the man in motion here. They're going to hand this one up the middle. And such a dangerous play. They used that one to great effect last year as well. Eagles hold him to 3 or 4 yards. And once again, they'll run that play. And once again, the Eagles going to bring him down for a gain of 1 or 2. Kaczynski Lawrence drops back on the quick pass and it's going to fall short of Simons. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and the Eagles here have an opportunity to gain some ascendancy and some momentum. Jake Sutcliffe back to take this punt. Comes off the side of the boot. It's going to take a nice bounce for him anyway. And Jesse White ends up taking it. Going to get outside for maybe 5 to 10 yards. And the Eagles now back on offense. And they've looked very good in their last couple of possessions. Some new offensive possession here. They're going to hand it up the middle on the first play. It's going to be a flag thrown in. Two receivers either side. And Lewis White under centre. Drops back. Gets a little bit of a pocket to work with. It's up in the air and it's caught by one of his linemen. And he's maybe going to get a yard or so. Maybe one of the only receptions he'll take in his career. White's going to drop back. Gets rushed from the middle. Able to evade, and now he's away. Off to the races. And gets hit hard. And Ward coming in. Laying a pretty big hit on the quarterback. And the hit is going to be deemed illegal. And so that's 15 yards in the opposite direction. So receivers outside again. This time he's going to hand up the middle, and Voller stays on his feet. Once again, he hands this up the middle to Voller. He's going to fight his way forward. Looks like he might have enough here for the first down. So fresh set of downs again. White, quick drop to the outside. He's going to find Nolte on the outside. And he's met quickly. Still going to pick up about 6 or 7. It's now second down and 4. And once again going to hand this up. Voller with an early cut. And it looks like again they're going to be pushing here for the first down. And it looks like it's been given. Looks to fake. Gets to the outside. Has a lot of room to work with. Looks like he's going to take it himself. But they managed to set the edge relatively well there. They move forward. Now they're just out of range of first and goal here. White drops back. Throws across the middle. And it's dropped into the hands. And there's another interception from a deflection. And Adelaide Uni dodges another bullet. So back and forth we go again, and now Adelaide Uni starting their new possession. Kaczynski Lawrence drops back, looks for a deep fade here. Sutcliffe's got some space. But well done, Jesse Whiten coming over the top. So an incomplete pass there on first down. Brings up second and 10. And he's going to drop back and look deep again up the middle. There's nobody home. And very nearly intercepted. Two receivers out to the right-hand side. And he drops back this time, going to the flat. It's going to be over his receiver. And that's going to fall safely. Snap is low, but well taken by Sutcliffe. And that is a good punt. And that's going to bounce unfavourably for Whiten, but he takes it. Cuts up the middle. Looks to get to the outside, breaks one, eventually goes down at midfield. And that's also the 2-minute warning, which means now there's a definite time constraint here on the Eagles' offensive drive. Quick drop, sends this one deep, and it's dropped again. So we'll go back at it again, second down and 10. Still operating in that spread set. Runs it up the middle to Voller. He's a hard man to bring down. It's going to take a few of them to do so. It's now third down and 9, following the timeout. White drops back and get pressure off the edge, has to step up in the pocket. Gets to the outside, he's going to show his speed here. Turns upfield against Barrington. And a nice tackle. There's no point going for a field goal here, might as well try it. Especially when you hold a lead. And he's going to tuck it under his... He barges his way in, QB sneak. Gets a few yards, that'll be a first down. And keeps the drive alive. And this time round they line up, Triff's on the left-hand side. Whiten, as usual, under centre, drops back. A good block from the running back. Whiten has time, throws over his receiver, picked off. And Mark Ward's coming back with interest. And they brought him down eventually. So let's see what Adelaide Uni can do here. Two receivers out to the right-hand side. Kaczynski Lawrence drop, sent along to Sutcliffe, got it. And that's exactly what we're talking about with Sutcliffe. Incredible athleticism. And breezes past his corner to Todd Blackford. First down and 10 following the timeout. Two receivers off to the left-hand side this time round. Kaczynski Lawrence throws to Ward. It's out in front of him too far. Following the incompletion. Two backs in the backfield. Second down and 10. Still got a bit of time to work with here. They're going to toss this one to the outside. Julian Reck looking for time to move upfield, and he doesn't turn up. And the Eagles defense is all over it. There's not a whole lot of time left here. Two backs in the backfield. It's third down and long. They're going to look deep here. Gets good protection. Sends up a looping ball. 3-on-1. And he somehow got there. Can you believe it? Touchdown. And Adelaide Uni levels the scores. And that turned into a jump ball. 3-on-1 turns into a touchdown here for the Hogs. And on the stroke of half-time, the scores are level again. Eagles bringing the house. Not going to matter. 13-12. And Adelaide Uni takes the lead. Adelaide Uni, 1 point lead. They kick off again. This one's going to be difficult to negotiate. And it's going to sit up on the 2 or the 3. It's going to leave the world of task to do here for Jesse White. And he's dodging in and out. Eventually goes down just past the 10. And with not a whole lot of time remaining in the half, Eagles take a conservative, take the knee, and the clock will run out. 13-12, your score at half time. 13 to score here. 13-12, and we're back underway.
Good job.
And Adelaide Uni. Straight up the middle, and he's going to get brought down. And they're going to start just past the 25. First down and 10 here for the Hogs. Hands it up the middle to Riley. Still keeps churning through, and does well to get a few extra yards as well. Going to pick up around 7 or 8. Looks like they're 2nd down and 3, 2nd down and 4. Hands it off again up the middle to Riley. And again he's gone. Breaks through. Got a tremendous hole up the middle. And ran straight downhill into it. Split backs this time around. 2 receivers out to the right hand side in Barrington and Ward. Moving Barrington in motion. Hands up the middle to Riley. And he goes down early. Once again going with split backs. Eagles bringing the blitz. Lawrence, quick pass. And well knocked out. Jack Sutcliffe got up there and got 2 hands to it first. However, it looks like he's down after that collision. So now 2nd down and 7. Lawrence hands it off to Julian Resch, and he's got plenty of room to move. And he cuts inside. Terrific run and gets cleaned up. 2 receivers out to the right-hand side. We're not going to use him. Hands it off to Julian Resch again. And he gets brought down after a few yards. Shuffling around the split backs. And Barrington coming across in motion, and he's going to get it too. Can he get to the outside? That's the question. And the answer is yes. Touchdown. And that's the threat you can have with players like Tyler Barrington. Moving in motion, gets the handoff. And Adelaide Uni now extending their lead. It's 19-12, awaiting the extra point. And instead of trying for the extra point, they're going to go for 2 here. Kinski Lawrence, quick pass. It's going to be behind his receiver. No flag. That'll be incomplete. And so the margin is now 7 points. 19-12 here in the 3rd quarter. And we're back underway again. 19-12. That's a deep kick, but they're going to return it. It's coming up the middle, gets a little bit of room to move. He gets brought down. And now UniSA has some ground to catch up here. 7 points down. Split backs. Hands it up the middle. And a nice tackle there. Brings him down for maybe a yard or 2. It's now 2nd down and 8. White hands it off. And again, he's going to get close down. Nowhere to go that time. The players like Lewis White can certainly blow things open. Fakes the handoff and he rolls. Now looking upfield, not getting anything, so he cuts back. Getting good blocking. A huge hit. And Lewis White eventually gets out of bounds, but there was a thunderous blow from one of the linemen. And at 4th down and 7 around midfield, Eagles aren't going to take their chances. Snap is good, and they're going to send this one down. It's going to be taken at around the 5 or 6 yard line, and Barrington's going to try to get it back. Cuts up the middle, tries a spin move and gets held up. He gets past the 30 yard line. Eagles looking to load the box here, hands it off to Riley. He has to tuck his head, and he gets brought down. Good penetration there from the front 7. It turns out to be a 2-yard loss, second down and 12. Lawrence under pressure quickly gets it to the outside. Barrington does well to make a man miss and gets a few extra yards. Two receivers up to the right-hand side. Lawrence under pressure again, throws a wobbling fade, and it's going to fall into empty grass. And that'll bring up fourth down. Snap is good, and Riley's going to send this one on its way. It's going to be fumbled, but picked up shortly after, so not too much harm done there. And he'll be brought down at roughly around the 30-yard line. Receivers either side. Whiten steps back under pressure, throws on the run. Was looking for that out route, and Davidson couldn't quite get to it. That'll bring up second down and 10. It's now second down and 10 after the incompletion. They're going to run this one up the middle instead. And again, Razorbacks. They're doing well to contain the run for most of the day. Once again, two receivers either side. White drops back, has a little bit of time to operate this time round the throw. It's going to be through the hands of Oliver. And that brings up fourth down again. Barrington back again to field the punt. The snap is low. It's going to be taken, and that punt is going to bounce around the 25. And picked up with Barrington about the 20, but it moved away from him. Got a few extra yards with the bounce. It'll end up roughly around the 25-yard line. So now new drive here for the Hogs. They're bringing the pressure and immediately met. They did well to hold on to that. That's a big loss, however. That could have been a whole lot worse there. They barely held on to that. Barrington in motion. Second down and long. Riley cuts back, but he's going nowhere. It's an important stop here for the Eagles. Kaczynski Lawrence almost fumbles the snap, sends a deep fade. Ward's there and he's gone. He's got it. Shrugs him. See you later. Touchdown. And just when you thought it was going to be pretty difficult, they make it look oh so easy. And it's now 25-12, and Adelaide University starting to get a bit of a lead going here. Pedler now for the extra point attempt. The kick is up. And judging by the reaction, the kick is good. And we're back underway. Pedler sends this one nice and long again. And White's going to watch that one go over his head. That's a touchback, and now the Eagles need to get going. First down and 10. Lewis Whiten on the speed option, tosses it out. Voller cuts upfield, barging forward. He's not going to go down. Two receivers either side. Bringing the blitz from the outside. Whiten steps up, throws a beautiful strike. And Tom Seager is gone. And there is your immediate reply. Touchdown to the UniSA Eagles, and they're right back in it with one big play. And they're going for two here. White gets to the outside looking for that speed option, going to take it himself, and he close in. And this game is certainly starting to step up another notch. It's 26-20 now. And we're back underway again, 26-20. And that kick's going to go over the back and runs out for a touchback. First down and 10 here. Kaczynski Lawrence looks up the middle, nobody's home. That's going to land safely. Second down and 10 coming up. A little bit of confusion on the D-line for the Eagles. So they're sorted out, looking to stack the box here. Barrington in motion. That play falls apart and Kaczynski Lawrence needs to get outside. Throws it away. He gets piled on at the end. Pivotal down here. Kaczynski Lawrence drops back, quick drop, sends this one to the sidelines. Barrington's got it and holds on after contact. Two backs in the backfield here as they get a fresh set of downs. Jasinski Lawrence fumbles it. That'll be a couple yard loss. Second down and 12. Hands this one up the middle. They haven't run the ball for a while. We'll get maybe a couple of yards there. So now third down. Pivotal play. Once again a short drop. Throws over the middle. This time it's incomplete. Once again looking for Barrington. Snap is low, but well taken from Riley, and he sends that one high. That's a nice punt. That's going to be difficult to take. It bounces end over end, and that will be a touchback. The fourth and final quarter now underway. One score in it. Two receivers either side. Speed option, and that's brilliantly done from Barrington. He's making a real difference both sides of the ball. Gonna drop back. Quick drop, gets a good pocket to protect himself. Sends along to Seeger again. It's just over his head. Now third down. Gets back. Under a bit of pressure, so forced to move. And now he's going to go for a run himself. Gets to the outside. He's trying to make something happen. Throws into pressure. That was a risky throw. Probably to avoid intentional grounding, if anything. Snap is good. Gets plenty of time. And that's going to be a low punt. It's going to bounce in the right direction as well. And that's done well. But Barrington's going to have a little bit of room to return it. Still stays on his feet somehow. He looked a flea flicker there. Smartly held on to it, however. Adelaide Uni takes over. Hands it up the middle. He stays on his feet and able to drive the legs. Gets an extra yard or two. But the Eagles quick to swarm. He's going to drop back and look to pass. He has a pocket but hit hard. And he gets disrupted as he threw it. That one falls safely. And that's going to be incomplete. Two receivers out to the right. He's going to drop back, looking deep. Ward is behind. Ward is gone again. And another touchdown from Jasinski Lawrence to Ward. And Adelaide Uni re-extends their advantage. It's now 32-20 here. The snap isn't great. They're going to have to improvise here. Pedler tries to get to the outside. He's brought down. That will be incomplete. Unsuccessful. 32-20 here. Back underway again. That's a helicopter. It's going to be difficult to take. Eventually gets it on his end zone line. And Seeger stays on his feet and has done well there. Eventually gets brought down around the 15-yard line. Now the Eagles have a fair bit of work to do here. Lewis White. First pass is a good one to Seeger. Cuts back inside. Makes two men miss and he's off. And that will be a first down. Spread set. Are you playing cover one shell? White's going to take it himself. And here's his dual threat, but he goes down. Going to run the speed option into the outside, and they're successful here because Waller's got it to the outside. And he just throws the man down. So now they pass midfield here, the Eagles. White drops back. Pocket forms around him. Nice pass to Seeger. And he goes down. White now. Going to have to get to the outside here. Good pressure and a terrific tackle. They had that covered at every turn. And now it's important as ever here to try to get to conversions. They desperately need scorers at this point. White drops back, flag's been thrown, throws to the outside and put down. Couldn't quite hold on to that one. And there's going to be another flag here. The run up the middle isn't going to get a whole lot of yards, but this penalty will probably negate both of these plays. So fresh set of downs now. They're going to bring the pressure. Barrington rolling in. White throws. It's just going to be over his target. White drops back. Needs to get outside under pressure. Ducks the tackler. Moving, still looking downfield. That's a long pass. It's going to be picked off. And down goes Ward. That'll be a touchback. And Lewis White simply had too much to do there. You shouldn't expect him to go through the air too much more. They're going to run this one up the middle. It's a nice tackle laid up the middle. So second down and 7. Not hugely important at this stage here. They do need to keep the chains moving, but it's more the clock they need moving. Bounces to the outside as Riley, and he's brought down. Simon Sevo there with another tackle.
That was a terrific victory for you guys over a pretty worthy premiership title contender. How are you guys feeling after this one?
Absolutely knackered. That's probably the longest game of Gridiron I've ever played in my life. I've been playing for about 3-4 years now. That was just physically, mentally draining. Eagles brought it to us all game. They never really gave us too much of an opening apart from airing it out and hoping.
Well, it's probably a good reason why you're knackered, because on both sides of the ball you were making impact. How are you feeling out there today personally? What was the key to your successes today?
Just constant football, being able to read plays, breaking them down in my head before I get sealed out of the plays, and just on offense, running routes, practicing with Nick Law, our new quarterback. We've done a few sessions this week just to kind of make sure we're all comfortable with each other.
Absolutely. Now, in terms of this game, this one went back and forth a fair bit. How did you guys wrestle back the momentum when it looked as if this one was going back and forth, especially early in that second quarter where the Eagles seemed like they were on top?
Yeah, they Eagles came out and just ran it down our throats, and we weren't ready for it. I think maybe pre-season you're trying to take care of your body as you lead up to it, and this was definitely a really good eye-opener to how physical Gridiron is. Like, we've had a really good rookie class this year, got 10 to 15 new rookies, so give them a few seasons, they'll be ready to hit.